Hey guys, well, I just got back from seeing Life of Pi, and Life of Pi is the new movie from Ang Lee. He's best known for a wide variety of movies. He directed Brokeback Mountain, probably most famously, then also Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and I think it's pretty clear that whenever an Ang Lee makes a movie, it can never quite turns out the way you expect it to be. I mean, it can be whether it's a wuxia martial arts type of thing like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, or a movie about gay cowboys like Brokeback Mountain, or even a movie about a superhero like he did with Hulk. Hulk is a movie which I find to be incredibly underrated, but that's another review. And uh, and Life of Pi does seem to be a natural choice for him just because it's such a different sort of subject matter, I guess. Life of Pi is based upon a well-known book. I actually have a copy of the book right here. Now, I haven't read this book yet, but everybody seems to like it. Of course, I really like the movie, so I'll have to give that a try next time I have some more free time to read something. And it's kind of tough to explain to you. The bulk of the movie is about a young Indian boy who goes by the name of Pi, who is stranded in the middle of the Pacific Ocean on a lifeboat with a Bengal tiger as his only companion there for most of the time. And the story is told in flashback. Uh, the modern day portion of the story is when a Canadian author is talking to the older uh, Pi who's living in Canada at the time. The older Pi is telling this young author the story and just kind of goes back and forth through time when he's talking to them and as we're experiencing the story itself. Sometimes this sort of framing device annoys me. It kind of annoyed me a bit in Titanic where they kept on cutting back and forth, and I thought maybe it'd be more useful. It'd be better to just start and end with the storytelling and then just have the entire story uninterrupted in the middle. But I do think this sort of thing works in Life of Pi, partially because it is obviously a story. It is something that he's trying to tell you, and the way they go back and forth through time it is very well done. It's a lot more creative than just cut back and forth through that they have. They actually layer different parts of how the timeline intersect when he's telling the story. Like I said, it's kind of tough to explain, but it really works when you watch it. Now, this was a movie that was shot in 3D. I saw it in 2D, which is probably unfortunate because there really is some mind-blowing imagery in this thing. It's just a beautiful movie from beginning to end, and there are parts where you can tell how things were meant to play out in 3D, but still, I'd love to be able to see this movie in 3D just because of how amazing some of the imagery were. There are scenes where like the sky is being reflected on the ocean, where Pi's on the where Pi's in the boat. You can see you kind of make it kind of tough to tell where the sky ends and the ocean begins. You can see how he starts to daydream or hallucinate, and just see these magical images from scenes from the past, his life's past that come to him as he's lying on the boat in the sun, trying to figure out if he's going to survive or not. It's really the imagery is above all the reason to see this movie. This is a director's movie in the best way possible. Not to say that the main actor, who I can't quite remember his name, I'll add an annotation with his name in later. Well, he does a very good job in the movie. He's totally believable from beginning to end. But this really is Ang Lee's movie, and he does a fantastic job directing it. And, the other thing about this movie that lots of people have talked about are the religious themes. The character of Pi, who grew up in India, he actually grew up with a very strong fascination himself in religion. He describes himself as a Hindu, a Christian, and a Muslim, and we kind of see how he's drawn to these three different religions at different times and how he brings different elements of them into his life. And the story is, or at least the book is very well known to be a religious sort of story, but I think they do a good job of not pounding the message away at your head. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a subtle movie, but it's a movie that lets you, make your decisions on your own as to what it means in a religious way. And and another thing, all of this movie does have lots of CGI. I mean, pretty almost all the scenes at the sea are done through CGI with the tiger and with the various other things he runs into there, and the lots of bright colors, beautiful imagery. It's shot in 3D and it's PG rated. This is very much not a children's movie. Oh, some children, some older children, more mature children would like it. There are also some really intense scenes in here. Uh, frightening, scary scenes, like the scene where there's a shipwreck at one point, and there are times when animals are attacking Pi. This really is a very intense movie. It's not for children, despite what you might think based on the rating in some of the trailers. But yeah, I really like this movie quite a bit. It's a movie that you probably have to digest a little. I'll probably have I probably think of more to say as the movie as the weeks go by and I have more time to think about the movie. But as it stands right now, I really like. I think it's worth seeing. The performances are strong. The direction is spectacular, and it really does have some scenes with a tremendous emotional impact. I mean, even the very first few minutes of this movie were with nothing but some fantastic music in the background, the credits going over, scenes of animals just kind of walking around. Somehow, I don't know how it is, but Ennui just makes that just grab you by the heart and pull you right into the story before you've even seen a person on the screen. That's enough to tell you you're in for something special. So yeah, I so if you think Life of Pi is your sort of movie, I say go see it. And if you think you might be a little bit skeptical, I say see it anyway. You might be surprised.